Have you ever wondered what echoes in the mind of someone who listens to people die? In the quiet town of Millbrook, emergency dispatcher Sarah Chen thought she'd heard every kind of distress call imaginable, until she started receiving calls from victims who hadn't died yet.
911, what's your emergency?
The caller is breathing heavily. A woman, maybe mid-30s.
Someone's in my house. Please, they're coming up the stairs.
Sarah dispatches units immediately. But something about the call seems familiar, too familiar. The police arrive at 1247 Oakwood Drive in 7 minutes. They find Rebecca Mills dead in her bedroom, phone still clutched in her hand. Cause of death strangulation. Time of death 3 hours before the 911 call was made. Over the next 6 weeks, 3 more calls, each one the same. A terrified victim, a desperate plea for help, and a body that's been dead for hours before the call. The victims seem random. Rebecca Mills, high school teacher. James Cooper, retired banker. Maria Gonzalez, nurse. David Park, college student. But Sarah notices something nobody else does. Each call is an exact replay of real emergency calls she handled years ago, calls where the victims survived. Detective Marcus Rivera doesn't believe in coincidences. As he digs deeper into Sarah's past cases, a disturbing pattern emerges. Every original caller whose call is being echoed has died in accidents over the past year. Car crash. House fire. All downstairs. Drowning. But these weren't accidents. Someone was systematically eliminating survivors, then using their final moments to create new victims. Someone with access to sealed 911 recordings. Someone who knew exactly which calls Sarah had handled. Then comes the call that changes everything.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello, Sarah. Do you recognize my voice?
The voice belongs to Thomas Wade, Sarah's former partner at the dispatch center, the one who trained her, the one who was fired after having a psychological breakdown 3 years ago. But that's not why Sarah recognizes his voice. It's because Thomas Wade died in a house fire 2 weeks ago. As police trace the call, Sarah realizes the horrifying truth. Every victim was connected to one case the night Thomas Wade's wife called 911 while he was having his breakdown. The night Sarah talked him down and ended his career. He's been planning this for years, using his technical skills to record and replay calls, killing survivors to create new victims, all to build up to this moment. Because Sarah isn't just receiving this call, she's about to become part of it. When police finally broke down Sarah's door, they found her dispatch station recreated in perfect detail. On her computer, a program containing hundreds of emergency calls, ready to be played. And on her wall, a simple message written in red.
Every echo needs a voice.
Thomas Wade's body was never found in that house fire. And to this day, some dispatchers claim they still receive calls in his voice. Calls that echo through the night, searching for new victims to add to his collection. If you enjoyed this dark journey into the mind of a killer, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Share your theories in the comments below. Do you think Thomas Wade is still out there? And remember, the next time you call 911, pay attention to the voice on the other end. It might not be who you think it is.